Hello, everyone. RJ here. I hope you are having a wonderful night. So, this episode is tools make it easier, they don't do the work for you. And I wanted to share this because I was on Facebook earlier and it was really funny because there was this woman that had posted. And I don't know, I guess she's probably a coach. Something she was doing some sort of mindset work, and that's what she was teaching or facilitating a training for. And she had posted for her like sign up, right? Which is cool, fine, fabulous. And throughout her post, what was really funny to me was that she brought up affirmations and crystals and essential oils, um, things like that, and called them all outdated modes. And if they really helped you achieve, you know, the mindset shifts or helped you achieve manifestation, then like everyone who was working with them would have achieved this, right? And okay, like I don't really think that's a fair point because that's not what any of that is actually meant to do. Meant to help facilitate changes and like make them easier and give you access to these perspectives and to these energetics. It's not meant to actually do the work for you and actually fully shift you, right? They're tools that help support you through it. But even if we go with that argument that, like, okay, these are outdated, they don't work, that's what they were supposed to do, and they don't do what they're supposed to do. Fine, fabulous, let's continue with that argument. And then you scroll down this post, and she ends this post with a picture of her, and she's holding an oracle card, which, for those of you who aren't familiar, is yet another one of these tools that would very much fall in the same realm of like trying to help you gain clarity or help gain a different perspective and assisting in the facilitation of that, right? Again, it's a tool. I think all of these things are useful in their own right. Are any of them going to just like be completely life changing on their own for you? Probably not. Like, there's going to have to be work on your part and willingness on your part and practice of that perspective more and more, and then like actual application and you taking action on it, right? But I was just really like, I had to laugh because I was like, we go through, this post and see all the modes that are like outdated, and like these tools don't actually help because you need to shift your mindset because that's what's really going to be a catalyst for manifestation. And now, while I don't disagree with the need for a shift in mindset, um, I one do disagree that I don't think the tools are outdated at all. I think they're still useful and relevant today. I think there are also some more modern tools and techniques that are relevant and useful today, and it's really all about finding what works for you. Because the key to unlocking your path is going to be different from the key to unlocking my path, right? Because it's not necessarily the same path. And that's fine. It's part of like why I do enjoy learning so many different modalities, right? Because you never know what it's going to bring to you and what you're going to be able to incorporate from it. But I find that, there are always things that I can incorporate from any of the modalities, any of the tools, and then kind of take it and apply it as needed where it makes sense with the path that's unfolding for me, right? And I'm able to do the same thing with like my clients, right? I'm able to kind of see and have an idea of what tools may work better for them in supporting them through this journey, right? And everything, like, these tools have their place, but again, they're there to help support you, and they're there to help like you to get access, right? But whether or not like you walk through that door, whether or not you stay on that side of the door, whether or not you go back and forth, that's all up to you. That's not a tool. There's no tool that's gonna just like do it for you. And even, I know some of you may be listening and some of you may be AI fans, and that's great. Like, I like AI too, I work with it. But even the AI right now, like, it's still not going to do it for you. Like, it can do a lot and it can take care, it can do a lot of the heavy lifting, but like, you can't just really let it go on its own, unsupervised, and expect the same level of result as you can when you're there and you're actually working and putting an effort to, right? Like, it's not the same. So, with that, I just want to remind you that please pay attention to what you feel called to what feels true and resonates with you, right? Because that generally is going to be a better pathway and yield a better result than anything else. And I'd invite you to like question anybody and like have some thoughts and think it through, no matter who it's coming from or what they're telling you. But I would especially invite you to think about when you see people that are promising one thing, or, talking about the downfalls of uh, things and how they're not effective, but then still like showcasing some of the things that they're claiming is ineffective, right? Like, you see this in other examples too. One of my favorite examples is people talking about like, you don't need email marketing, or you don't need social media ads. Like, if you're a business owner, right? And the way you're coming across it is either through a, a email marketing campaign, or you're coming through it across like a social media ad, but they're like, you don't need it. Well, if I don't need it and it's not working, why exactly are you doing it, right? So just, and I think that that goes for pretty much anything in life, right? Is who you're going to choose to learn what from, and what you're going to choose to um, believe and accept as truth. Um, like, take some time and think about it. Like, if it doesn't make sense to you, it doesn't make sense to you for a reason. And that's not to say that it not making sense to you automatically makes it wrong. But if it doesn't make sense to you, like, maybe take some time to look into, feel into, dig into why it doesn't make sense to you. Like, what about it isn't making sense to you? And sometimes, you may find that it's really just like your own ignorance, right? I know it's happened for me. Like, this doesn't make sense and I kind of don't get it. And so I dig deeper and kind of come across some more things and like, oh, okay. So like, it's just stuff that I don't have an understanding of yet, and need to learn more of. But sometimes it doesn't make sense to you because that's just not accurate, right? And especially for you and where you are now, like, it's not something that's gonna vibe. So, just when you're presented with information and with like tools or better ways of doing things, like, yeah, some of them may be better. Um, it's always gonna be fairly relative, right? Especially with things that are like better and best, because that in and of itself, like, it's subjective. It's subjective. Like, best or better compared to what? According to whom and for whom? So I just wanted to share that with you guys and remind you that, it's absolutely fine to use tools. They're great. And to remind you that the tools do not mean that you get to skip doing the work, right? No matter, I don't care if that's like physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, whatever arena it's in, right? Like there are always tools and resources that can help us, and can make things easier or move faster, or less intense. But even with those tools, like there is some level of effort and um, oversight, right? Like that's going to have to come from you. So do with that what you will. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope you guys have found tools that make your life better and work for you. Um, and I hope you guys have learned to put down the tools that no longer do so. So take care. I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.